afternoon and good evening wherever and whenever you're seeing this video. In this video I'll be showing us how to generate invoice and receipt. How to generate invoice and receipt for your client. So the first thing to do is to go to vouchers. You select the name of the company, Control A, enter, or if you want to pick a price of list, select the ledger. Okay, so dress pattern designing, Control A, insert the amount, enter. At this point, if you want to put more items, if the client is buying more than one item, you can choose to select, but for this client she's buying just one item, so you select end of list, enter, Control A, and you put the narration. Okay, so the narration is going to be customized dress pattern, and then Control A. So I'm done, and Control A just simply means that I have accepted the invoice. So now I've created the invoice. Now let's see how to export it. You go to daybook. This is the invoice that I have just raised for IC Fashion Academy. Enter. Now I want to export it. First of all, I want to change this date to today's date, 16th of August 2024. Yes, current, enter, and then you configure. So show more details. Use simple invoice format. Nope. Another thing we should look out for is the bank details. Let me see if I've not gone past it. Show company name, yes, show bank details. This place to always look out for it. So for the show bank details, always make sure that it is yes, and then you can decide to select the bank name too. If it is no, you will not be able to select. But I want to show the bank details because it's very necessary. It is the invoice that the client would use to pay. So if you are not showing the bank details, to what bank is the client going to pay the money into? So here you can select the bank name. You can, because for this particular company they only operate EcoBank, that's why you're saying just EcoBank, and then there is a default bank for this part. But yes, and then another thing that you would look out for is the folder path. The folder path, usually I prefer to make it to keep the invoice on the desktop, and that's what I have just done. The folder name as well, I'll change it to IC Fashion Academy invoice. Control A, and then we are doing Control A again, and you can export. So this is what the invoice looks like. This is what the invoice looks like. And yeah, this is very important, the bank details. So now that we have raised an invoice, in a case where the client has paid, you select receipt. You want to raise receipt for IC Fashion Academy. Okay, yeah. Vouchers, select new voucher now, receipt, note account, Eco Bank here, and then IC Fashion Academy. How much did she pay? Let's say for instance she didn't pay the whole 1.2, and then she paid like 50 to 75%, so that would be 750,000. Control A, enter, yeah, Control A. So the narration will be 75%, no, 75% of customized dress pattern, and your Control A as well. Now IC Fashion Academy paid 750,000 out of 1.2 million. So I have raised the receipt. Now let's go back and I want to check what the receipt is like. Go to day book. This is the receipt that I've just raised. Enter. Oh, always remember to change the date. So today is 16th of August 2024. Yeah. So export. Enter as usual. Configure and check the necessary things. Show bank transaction details, yes. Additional details, okay, yes. Show narration, yes. And also look out for where I'm saving it. Select from drive, desktop, enter, and then the accounting name, IC Fashion Academy, receipt this time. Say enter and then Control A, export. This is what the receipt looks like. So this is the narration. On account of 75% of this is a typographical error, customized dress pattern. Yeah, and then you fill and sign. Thank you very much.